All right, so we've got one more one word that I want us to practice adding vowel suffixes to. All right, and that word is skip. Class, what's our word? Good, skip. What sounds do we hear in the word skip? Right, sk, I, p. And we did this one earlier. If you remember, tell me which k we do, or which k we use. Good, we use line letter k. And we use line letter k because, can you say it with me? C followed by E, I, or Y says s. Since there's an I after this, if we used k, s, it would say s. And then we wouldn't have the word skip, we would have sip. And we don't want that. All right, so which k do we use in skip? Very good, line letter k. All right, so write skip and say the sounds while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in skip and read me what you wrote. Good. Which k? Good. Line letter k. Good. I, and good. P. All right. Make sure your skip looks like mine. And let's read our word. All right. Now I want to add my vowel. I want to write the word skipping. See, I like skipping down the halls, but only when nobody is here. Skipping. All right. Let's just check and see how many syllables it is. Skipping. All right. Good. It's 2 syllables. Remember that ing ending always gets its own syllable. So we're going, let's see. Let's start by writing our base word, skip, and then put our syllable mark at the end. I'm going to challenge you this time. I want you to try and do it by yourself, and then I'll write it up here. Okay. So we have our base word skip and our syllable mark. Now, I already told you skip is a 1-1-1 word. Usually, the teacher will tell you, but it's good for us to know what a 1-1-1 word is instead of just saying, oh, I know it's a 1-1-1 word because my teacher told me. So let's check and make sure that skip is a 1-1-1 word. Skip. Oh, 1 syllable. And that means its last 2 letters are 1 vowel. And 1 consonant. Yes. All right. So skip is a 1-1-1 word. So when we are adding a vowel suffix to a 1-1-1 word, what do we do to that last consonant? Excellent. We double it. All right. So we're writing skipping, and you already have your base word and your syllable mark. What's the next thing we're going to write? All right. If you said p, that is just right. Remember, we write our base word, we double the last consonant, and then we add our vowel suffix. So you're right. So the next, our second syllable, the first sound we're going to write is p. And then what's the rest for skipping? Good. So our last syllable is going to be p, I, m. All right, write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, when you're finished, put your pencil down and look at me so I know that you're ready to move on. All right, then put your finger under the first phonogram in skipping and read to me what you wrote. Good. Which k? Good, line letter k. And can you say with me why we have to use line letter k here? C followed by E, I, or Y says s. All right, great. What's next? Good. I and good. And we've got our syllable break. What's next? Good. Good. Eh. And good. All right, so make sure you're skipping. Looks like mine. If it doesn't, go ahead, pause the video, fix it. And now let's mark our word. Do we need to mark anything in our base word, the first syllable? No, because we didn't have anything marked up here and nothing's changed, so we can just skip over that. All right, how about this one? Good, we double underline it. It's silent. There's just a rule that says we have to double it, so that's why it's there. Good, we underline our All right, let's say our sounds and put them together. Good. The last word we want to write is skipped. What's the word? Good. I skipped for a whole hour yesterday. Skipped. All right, so remember that this does not always get its own syllable. So when we're adding our ed-dit past tense ending, we always want to, or I always like to check before I start and see if it's getting its own syllable or not. All right, so can you say the word skipped with me? Skipped. Skipped. All right, there's just one syllable. So when we're writing, we're not going to be putting a syllable break in there. Okay. I want to give you a challenge, all right? I want to see if you can, if we say all the sounds for the whole word skipped, if you can write it all at once. So if not, it's all right, but it's nice to challenge ourselves. All right, so let's see what we can do. Let's do our best. All right, tell me what we're going to write to spell skipped. Double our last consonant. All right, so it's s, k. Which k? Good, line letter k. And even though when we hear the word skipped, it's making a t sound, but we know that we're going to use our ed-dit past tense ending. All right, see if you can write the whole word skipped by yourself. All right, so when you're finished, put your pencil down and look up at me so I know that you're ready to read me what you just wrote. All right, class, what do I need to write to spell skipped? Good. Good. Oh, which k? Good, line letter k. Remember, we don't have a syllable break here. What's next? Good, we have another p that we're going to write. And what's last? Right, the sound is t, skipped. But what do we use for that t? Good, ed-dit, past tense ending. All right, so look at your skipped. See if it looks like mine. If it doesn't, that's just fine. I just wanted to challenge us. You know, it's good to see what we can do and, you know, what we need a little bit more practice on. But if you were able to spell this all by yourself and it looks just like mine, then great job. If not, we'll just grow our memories so we can hold all those sounds in our brain. All right, let's mark it. Is there anything to mark here? No. Oh, well, how do I mark this? Good, it's silent, so I double underline it. And how about this? we know we need to underline it, but we know it's not saying its first sound because in its first sound it gets its own syllable. All right, so let's figure out which of its sounds it's saying. Say the 3 sounds of this phonogram for me. Good, they're ed, d, t. All right, and in the word skipped, I can tell it's making the t sound. That means that's its third sound. So I can't just underline it. What am I gonna put up here? Good, so I like it when I get to mark 2 things. So we underline it and we put a little 3 and we put it right on top and right between our 2 letters there. All right, and again, the markings, part of why we do that is to help us read our word, right? So we don't have to be wondering which of its sounds this is making. Are you ready to read the word with me? All right, excellent work, class. Just one more session where you'll get to write your own sentence.